we were dancers and teachers. You know, he was training us as teachers. He wanted us to understand the pedagogy um, from a leadership perspective and to be able to share it. And I think Carrie Knudsen, she was a part of the company and the AmeriCorps program. I'm pretty sure she was teaching jump rhythm to the Settlement House kids after school. And then I was teaching it at Dance Center Evanston, and we had conversations with Billy, you know, about how to teach, how do we translate this to kids. Jump Rhythm at that point was doing, we were working with kids in the schools, mostly just like a one-off workshop, not long term. But we saw him working with youngsters and how to kind of combine what we were doing with creative movement. So so at that point, I think the assumption really was if you were in the company, you had that permission. But we were the very beginning. Like I said, it was, and he didn't yet have the teaching institute. And as it went on, you know, by the time I was in graduate school at Ohio State, and they wanted me to teach jump rhythm, at that point I did ask very specifically for permission, and I wasn't dancing with the I hadn't been dancing with the company, you know, for maybe 6 years at that point. And it had changed. You know, the technique had changed. He did have a very codified class, and I was still teaching the old. It's just like the Graham. You know, I realized that later. I did go back at one point and do the Summer Institute with him, and realized how much the technique had changed and evolved. Not really the core, but the exercises themselves. You know, I still have in my body those exercises from our era, and there definitely are pieces of that. You know, I start my professional modern class with the big yawn that I know. I mean, it's because I need that ever since that's how we started the jump rhythm class. You know, so there's just, you know, traces in our bodies.